常高兴及希望中国国家主席习近平、中国驻菲律宾大使黄世良和20中国公民致意大力庆祝中华人民共和国成立73周年。祝20中国人国庆快乐 Happy National Day to the People's Republic of China. 谢谢大家。
Opisyales ng ating pong mga kapulisan, maybe hindi pa po nila alam kung gaano kagrabe itong kinalalagyan natin ngayon.
I think it's high time for the Filipino people to know what is happening in our country.
Meron kang mga nalalaman na hindi namin nalalaman na maaari mong i-share sa amin. Please, share it to us.
I don't want to be emotional, Your Honor, but I think, may I say with this statement that I think it's high time for us, the government officials, interagency, especially the Filipino people, na sana talaga magkaisa maintindihan yung problema to protect our national interest.
Naalala niyo po ba yung mga tarpaulin na ganito na kung saan gagawin tayong probinsya ng China? Ilan pa kaya ang alis ko sa ating mga elected officials? 36 Coast Guards, Chinese, mga general, mga koronel, sila nagdedepensa. Pero meron po tayong mga general ng mga Chinese na babayaran ang posisyon sa Coast Guard. And even ang NGCP, ang National Grid Corporation, siyang nagsusupply ng kuryente sa buong Pilipinas, ang 40% nito ay pag-aari ng State Grid Corporation of China. Dahil tayo na lamang sa buong mundo ng National Grid or our transmission line is owned by a country who wants to control us and invade us silently. Ang buo nating karagatan ay gusto na nilang kunin. Even our Philippine Statistics Authority, the easy access for birth certificate for Chinese was done without haste. Sinisimulan na po tayo ng kanilang operasyon using our own resources. Sa madaling salita, ginigisa tayo sa sarili nating mantika. The Chair would like to show and share to you briefly the Opium Wars of China with Great Britain. The first Opium War was in 1841. Ang emperor nila during that time ay si Dang Guang. Dahil during that time, ang Western, particularly ang Great Britain, di sila makapag-trade sa China dahil ayaw ng emperor. Kaya ang ginawa ng British, they flooded China with drugs, leading to widespread addiction na nagdulot ng pagkakagulo, pagpapatayan, social unrest, and ang economic impact sa Chinese government. At ito ang naghudyat ng unang digmaan ng dalawang bansa. At dahil dito, this forced China na ibigay ang Hong Kong for 100 years sa Britanya. Ang ikalawang digmaan naman po ng Opium War ng China with Britain ay noong 1856. Yung pagkakahuli ng isang ship ng Britain called Arrow by the Chinese authorities. Ito ang ginamit ng British to start another Opium War. Nagsama-sama na dito ang Great Britain, France, and other Western forces that lead to the defeat of China. At dahil dito, na-capture ang Beijing in 1860. Natapos ang digmaan na ito with the signing of the Treaty of Tientsin in 1858 and the Treaty of Beijing in 1860. Ang mga treaty na ito ay expanding yung control ng Western sa China ports, sa markets, at gawing legal ang opium o drug trade. Ganon din po ba ang ginagawa ng China sa atin with our own version of war on drugs? Di po ba ang daming mga droga naggaling sa China? Kailan po ba ito nagsimula? Di po ba halos lahat ng nagpapasok ng droga sa ating bayan ay Chinese according sa ating mga reports ng PIDEA? Sino ang nagpapasok sa kanila? Yan po ay katanungang iiwan ko sa inyo panandalian, pero maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw na ang issue ng droga ang evolve ang ating common denominator, mga Chinese. Pangalawa, sa issue ng paglabag sa karapatang pantao, sa hearing po ng Committee on Human Rights, marami po ang established na namatay sa war on drugs. Ang PNP report, lumalabas, 7,640. Sa Presidential Communication Office, inilabas nila na 20,000 ang report ng PCO na umabot noong taong 2017. These deaths includes human rights abuses that was a product of war on drugs that was carried out by the illegal drugs brought by the Chinese national in cahoots with bribe Filipinos appointed and elected official of the government. Sila ang makabagong makapili. At dito naman sa ating investigasyon sa Pogo, nakita natin na ang perpetrators ng mga organized crime, tortures, killings, kidnappings, and so on, and so on, and so on. Again, Chinese. Sa issue naman po ng korporasyon, ng pag-aari ng mga Chinese, thousands of hectares of land na pag-aari ng mga korporasyon na ang mga incorporators ay mga Chinese. Yung Empire 99 Corporation, 300 titles na-establish po to sa Committee ng Public Accounts ni Chairman Carabs Paduano, and all the incorporators are Chinese. Ang mga politiko naman na pretending to be Filipinos but supported by a company owned by China or affiliated with China. Naalala nyo po ba yung mga tarpaulin na ganito na kung saan gagawin tayong probinsya ng China? This is a mind setting. This is mind conditioning. Ilan pa kaya ang alis go sa ating mga elected officials? Ilan pa kaya sa kanila o sa amin o sa atin dito ang supported directly or indirectly by the wide, comprehensive mobilization of their different elements to perpetrate their intention to control our nation and invade us without firing a single bullet. Pati na ang iniimbestigahan natin dito. Yung SMNI was investigated by Congress. It was mentioned by Napoda City Representative Toby Chanco noong December 11 na karang taon that SMNI is affiliated with CGTN, China Global TV Network. Meron silang partnership which was used to push the China's agenda. Pansinin po natin yan, mga kababayan. And even ang NGCP, ang National Grid Corporation, siyang nagsusupply ng kuryente sa buong Pilipinas. Sila ang bumubuhay sa ating ekonomiya dahil sila nagdadala nito sa ating mga pabrika, sa ating mga tahanan, sa paaralan, sa ating gobyerno, sa ating military, sa ating PNP. Lahat ng sakay ng gobyerno, sila ang nag-aalaga ng seguridad ng ating kuryente. Ang 40% nito ay pag-aari ng State Grid Corporation of China. 60% kay Henry C. and Robert Coyuto. Tama si Speaker Martin Romualdez. We need to buy back through the Sovereign Wealth Fund yung Maharlika Investment Corporation na mabili natin kahit isa man lang board seat sa NGCP. Dahil tayo na lamang sa buong mundo ng National Grid or our transmission line is owned by a private company, owned by a foreigner, owned by a country who wants to control us and invade us silently. Di ba yung 9-meter dash line na sinakop na nila ang buo nating karagatan ay gusto na nilang kunin? Gumising na po tayo, mga kababayan. As reported and discussed in the Committee on Transportation headed by Chairman Romy Acop, ang Coast Guard, 36 Coast Guards, Chinese, mga general, mga koronel, ang first line of defense natin, depend natin, yung ating pong coastline, yung ating karagatan, sila nagdedepensa. Pero meron po tayong mga general na mga Chinese, meron tayong mga koronel na mga ng mga Coast Guards. They penetrated us. Our first line of the defense was penetrated already. And even General Gaban told us and asked for an executive session during that time dahil sinasabi na babayaran ang posisyon sa Coast Guard. Pera din ang umiiral, nagkabayaran dito, the power of bribery were all around us, that Filipinos, especially elected and appointed officials, accepted the bribe without really knowing that they were already selling our sovereignty and our territory. Even our Philippine Statistics Authority, the requirement for the late registration was relaxed. Thereby, the easy access for birth certificate for Chinese was done without haste. The service provider of PSA is Unisys with link with the Chinese corporation Lenovo. Madaling makakuha ng Philippine passport dahil madali na ang pagkuha ng birth certificate. Thousands of Chinese were issued Filipino passport. Even our students' visa issued by different agencies and special resident visa and the retirement visa and also yung AEP ng DOLE. 180,000 were issued to POGO's employees were all used to mobilize their Chinese people to penetrate us, to penetrate our wealth, our rights, and our nation. Yung mga uniforme na nakita sa Porac na may People's Liberation Army seal is an indication that Chinese military people are running the show in these facilities. Sinisinimula na po tayo ng kanilang operasyon using our own resources. Sa madaling salita, kinigisa tayo sa sarili nating mantika. Ang lahat na nangyayaring ito na may kinalaman ang mga Chinese ay isang bagay na di natin dapat isawalang bahala. Mahal natin yung mga Chino na pinapanganak at lumaki, nagkaisip, namuhay, na tunay na isang Pilipino. Sila man po ay hindi dugong Pilipino, subalit sila naman po ay pinili na maging Pilipino sa isip, sa salita, at sa gawa. Tama ang Pangulo ng ating bansa, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. The pivotal decision of the President turning not away from China but in the middle and put the primary interest of this nation first deserves high respect and accolade. Salute. We may have been involved to these different elements of silent invasion without us knowing it. Pero ngayong alam na po natin, tama na, tigilan na po natin to. This is not about money anymore. Not about power too. But this is about our freedom. Kailan tayo kikilos at magkakaisa kung tayo ay nasakop na tulad ng ginawa ng Britanya sa kanila. Dumami ang droga, dumami ang patayan, nagkagulo, di nagkakaisa, at sa gitna ng kanilang kaguluhan, sila ay sinakop ng Britanya. Matuto na sana tayo sa kasaysayan. Even our own history, 300 taon tayong sinakop ng Kastila, sinakop tayo ng Hapon, sinakop tayo ng Amerikano, at matapos na tayong masakop, saka lang tayo nagkaisa at lumaban. Never again. Let's be united and maintain our freedom. Maraming salamat at naway gabayan tayo ng Ama na lumikha ng langit at lupa.
Mr. Chair.
Pasensya na po kayo kung masyadong mahaba yung presentation ko, but
Mr.
because
Chair,
this will be our last hearing that will be conducted by the joint committee hearing of Games and Amusement and the Committee on Public Order, I have to say this piece. I have invited the Chief PNP, Acorda, and because dito ko rin lang nalaman that was prior to your assumption bilang PNP chief, no? Ano po kayo Intel man kayo Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I grew up with the investigation and intelligence most of my career, Your Honor.
So, sa 37 taon ninyo, no? Am I correct? 37 years nyo sa...
37 years, Your Honor.
37 years. Kasi when I was... when I invited you in my committee hearing before, nasabi mo na 37 years ka, most of your years in your career ay sa Intel ka. So, basically, alam mo yung nangyayari sa Region 3 about sa Pogo.
Sort of, Your Honor.
Nauna, pumutok na po to, Chief PNP, no? At yung pong nararamdaman during that time, that you tap your own, own people, kasi NCR to, tapos si IDG to ng NCR, ito ang ginamit po ninyo doon sa operation. And it was successful. As a matter of fact, naging successful po yun. Now, it can be told that yung nasa intelligence nyo po, gathering nyo, napatunayan nyo na napakalaki nitong problema. Di po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. And in fact, I was touched by your opening statement, and I'm happy to hear with that opening statement, sir, because I think it's high time for the Filipino people to know what is happening in our country, Your Honor.
And indeed, meron kang mga nalalaman na hindi namin nalalaman na maaari mong i-share sa amin. Because this entails national security. And maybe a lot of our PNP officials and members, mga commission, non-commission, yung ating pong mga maliliit na mga opisyales ng ating pong mga kapulisan, maybe hindi pa po nila alam kung gaano kagrabe itong kinalalagyan natin ngayon. Katulad ng opening statement po ng chairman na to at ng mga other members, other chairman ng iba-ibang committee, nakita po natin yung problema na kinakaharap. Can you kindly share to us now that it is being exposed to a lot of our countrymen yung nangyayari sa ating bansa? Because hindi lamang to ang elemento, di ba? Can you kindly share? Because you're an intel guy. And PNP chief, you have this moral obligation to our people even now that you are retired. Because you have gathered a lot of intelligence. Please share it to us.
I don't want to be emotional, Your Honor, but I think, may I say with this statement that I think it's high time for us, the government officials, interagency, especially the Filipino people, na sana talaga magkaisa maintindihan yung problema to protect our national interest. Yes, I agree that there is a national security implication, but I'm sorry, Your Honor, I cannot give the details.
I know.
Kasi pagkulit.
I know, Chief PNP. I admire you. As a matter of fact, nagkita tayo, nag-usap tayo, marami tayong mga problema na napag-usapan. And this book that you have given me, The Silent Invasion that is happening in Australia as well, the China's influence in Australia, the same thing is happening in this country. And I salute you, General Acorda. You have served our nation well. And as a matter of fact, yung operation na ginawa mo doon sa Region 3, using your own people, so as not to compromise the operation, is a job well done. Sir, maraming po salamat. I have learned a lot. Pero marami po sa ating mga kasamahan ang bulok. Marami sa ating mga kasamahan ang mga nasusuhulan. Hindi, not members of this committee. Sa lahat ng ahensya ng ating gobyerno na nakikipagsabwatan sa kalaban ng ating bansa, must be held responsible. Pero katulad ng sinabi ko kanina sa aking opening remarks, let's move forward. Magkaisa tayo. Huwag nating hayaan yung mga nagkasala, but moving forward, magkaisa tayo because our freedom is at stake. So, Congresswoman Delmar,
yes,
you have the floor.
Thank you so much po, Mr. Chairman. Mag-intercheck lang po ako kasi konektado po ito, Mr. Chairman, dito po sa ating national security. Napakarami na po kasi nating hearings dito sa Kongreso na talaga naman pong napaka-importante dahil pinagtutuunan po natin ng pansin yung ating po mga social evils ng POGO, kagaya po ng human trafficking, na ating pong advokasya, prostitusyon, scamming, torture, at marami pa pong iba. Ganun din po yung napakalaking revenues ng ating gobyerno na sinasabi po nating maaaring nakukuha sa POGO at nawawala rin pong revenues. Pero dapat po pagdiinan po natin at bigyan natin ng madiin na posibilidad na nagagamit din po ang mga POGO para sa ating mga military intelligence operations ng military ng China laban sa ating national security at interest. Dahil bakit ko po nasabi, napakarami pong uniforme ang nakita po sa mga Pogo hubs. Masisili po natin ang anggulo na ito dahil dito ang People's Liberation Army ng China, yung uniforme, ito po ba ay ginagamit na uniforme ng mga security ng mga Pogo? Nagkaroon po ba, ang tanong ko, ng malalim na investigasyon kung bakit po may mga ganitong uniforme o uniforms sa mga Pogo hubs? Ngayon, dahil po dito, nakakatakot po kasing isipin na maaring dahil sa digital communication capabilities ng mga Pogo ay maaring magamit po ito sa covert surveillance. Ganun din po sa mga activities na nangyayari dito sa ating bansa. Pagtuunan po ng pansin, i-focus po natin dahil napakahalaga po nito sa ating national security at soberenya. Tanong, Mr. Chair, meron po ba malalim na investigasyon sa mga uniforme na nakita po sa mga Pogo hubs na ito, Mr. Chair?
Are you going to ask?
Yes po. Meron po bang malalim na investigasyon?
Congresswoman Delmar, because it's not yet your time. Congressman Bosita, are you going to allow her to ask questions? Okay, go ahead, Congresswoman.
Okay, ulitin ko lang po, Mr. Chair, dahil nga po sa ating soberenya, sa ating depensa at ng ating bansa, dahil sa national security, dahil it's all over. Kumbaga, na-penetrate na po tayo. Meron po ba tayong malaliman na investigasyon sa mga uniforme na nakita po sa mga Pogo hubs, Mr. Chair?
You are referring your query to whom?
Yun nga po ang gusto ko malaman. Pwede ho ba kung sino sa military natin ang pwedeng makakasagot? Dahil ito po si retired PNP General Acorda ay parang hindi pa po yung kanyang term.
We haven't invited the military, but we have the former chief PNP who happens to be a ordinary citizen right now. But I think he is the right person to answer your query. And alam ko na marami siyang pwedeng sabihin in this committee. And of course, at the same time, he is protecting the integrity of the PNP family. But if you wanted to ask the members to have an executive session, we are willing to do that. But for the meantime, you can answer the query of Congresswoman Delmar.
I would say, ma'am, that marami namang well-meaning PNP officers and who understand the problem and the situation. In fact, I've been briefing them, and we've been talking on this when I was the chief PNP and when I was the DI. But unfortunately, ma'am, like what is happening now in this hearing, maraming mga nakatago. They know how to get around with our laws. Yun ang naging problema natin. And for the other informations, I think mahirap pong sabihin kasi it's hard to substantiate and maybe better said in executive session kung kinakailangan. But I think hindi na po kailangan kasi by deduction po talaga makikita natin po kung what is happening. Like one in sa isang example po na may mga nahuli tayong ID noon ng PLA. There were some additional pinagpanggap ko yung isang official natin na corrupt, and nalaman natin that may mga hinawakan po ng mga undesirable aliens yung mga to.
Mr. Chair.
Did that answer your query?
Mr. Chair, sa ngayon po tatanggapin natin kasi marami nga pong undesirable, but the thing is meron din pong confidentiality na pinangangalagaan po tayo dito. And I believe na ito naman po, alam naman din po nating lahat. Maraming salamat po, General Acorda, Mr. Chair.
So,
thank you, Kong Bonnie.
Before, sige, go ahead, Congresswoman Pancho.
Kay General Acorda po, former PNP chief po natin.
That will be question also, not a manifestation?
No, a question po. May tatanong lang po ako sa kanya.
Okay, sige. Congresswoman Pancho, now you are recognized.
Yes, thank you very much po. Sir, na-mention niyo po kanina na talagang may threat sa national security po natin. Now, Mr. Chair, during your term, sino po ang presidente po natin?
I was appointed as Chief PNP by our incumbent President, Your Honor.
Pero na-mention niyo po ba sa kanya na meron po mga threat na po sa national security natin?
May I receive my answer, ma'am? And siguro with that question is for sure yung mga ibang aspeto na solid, I brief the President, Your Honor.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair. That's all, Mr. Chair.